Allow me now to call upon the head teacher of Mackenzie Community School for the opening remarks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I request we have 2 minutes silent for our late teachers who has passed away. All right, thank you. It is with great joy and pride that we gather here today to celebrate the 20th anniversary for Mackenzie Community. This milestone is not just a testimony to our enduring commitment to education, but also a reflection of the incredible community that has supported us along the way. First and foremost, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each and everyone present here today. Your participation signifies the strength and unity of our community. We are also honored to have representatives from IChange and Getty, those of us with us today. Your advocacy and support for education initiative has been instrumental in our community growth. A special acknowledgement to community chairmen, families, friends, community members, and everyone present. Your support in our mission to make a world of difference is appreciated. Let me say all protocols observed. Please feel free to use the restroom located just through that door, and it is well known level. Ladies and gentlemen, our school, Mackenzie Community School, lands from grade ECE to grade 7, and it has a population of 4,079 children coming from different communities, such as Chipulukusu, Mackenzie itself, Ndeke Extension, Itawa Extension. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to pass through any time at Mackenzie Community School. I rest my best. Thank you.
Very much, our head teacher. As we have been told that Mackenzie Community School, I think the number has really grown. It began with only 10 children, but today, as we heard, we're talking about 4,000 something. So something really happening. And again, on our program, we have got very, very good singers and good dancers from our school children. So they are going to surprise us. Those of us who know how to dance, we can join our children. We have got a very good surprise. So they are just preparing themselves. They are going to dance. Of course, I can dance. And there's a lot of activities from our children. So what I'm going to do is a surprise, and the surprise I cannot tell you exactly. You see for yourself. So as we're waiting for them, maybe I want to request that they are on the way. I'm just going to change, just give them a bit of time to create. Children are organizing themselves. And maybe we can call upon the IChange representative to come and say something. Mr. Stephen, please get them forward.
Good morning. Oh, sorry for that. I really don't think you need me that loud. Good morning, dear esteemed guests. It is really an honor to address you here today on this very special occasion. Many things have to fall into place over 25 years for us all to stand here today and celebrate this special moment. It would, of course, take too much time to list all those things. And while many of you have touched the journey of this school over the years, only a few have been there from the very first day. It is a true pleasure to already now point you to the presentation of Mr. Ndola Zambia later in this program, where he will provide more historical details for us about the journey of Mackenzie Community School. He is truly one of those from day one. In my few moments here, I therefore would like to focus not on the history, but shine light on what makes history. That is, 5 selected characteristics that have heavily influenced the journey of this school, until today, and hopefully also into the future. These 5 characteristics that I would like to talk about are first, courage, steadfastness, cooperation, vision, and commitment. As many of you obviously know from today's celebration, Mackenzie Community School started here 25 years ago under what I personally think, and I still saw it, a rather beautiful tree. Some of you probably know that tree still, which stood on the old school grounds. I would like to mention a couple of individuals that pioneered the school when it all started. Here we have to start with our very first teacher, Mr. Joseph Mutale. He was joined in a relatively short period of time by 3 other very important individuals that really started the school and established the school. Mrs. Montia Pola, Mr. Charles Yui, and Mrs. Joyce Sulu. When they gathered their first students here 25 years ago, I don't know whether they were wondering what it would be like today. We are really and truly blessed to still have some of them with us, but as our headmaster also reminded us, some of them already have passed on. Especially, we would like to mention Ms. Pola and Mr. Yu. Their courage of starting this school from nothing lives on. The second characteristic that played a key role in the school is what I would call steadfastness. Again, it's impossible to mention everybody in any party that has provided guidance and support for this school over 25 years. There's a lot of them. I know that your community, the teachers, and the parents are all deeply grateful for all the supporters. But allow me, on the risk of selecting one and maybe not the other, to again pick out a couple of long-term partners of Mackenzie Community School. Where I come from, there's a saying in my mother tongue, German, that an empty stomach doesn't like to study. I don't know whether there's something similar in Bemba. My Bemba, unfortunately, is not that good. But here it says, an empty stomach doesn't like to study. And one of the partners of the school, while having done many different things over the years, I think deserves special recognition for their long-term and unwavering support for the school's feeding program that serves the children on a daily basis. Providing daily meals for 100 or 150 students is a huge undertaking and commitment. But I would like to point out that for many years now, the student numbers of Mackenzie Community School, as we already heard, were very solidly in the 300 to even 400 student levels. And yet, this partner has committed their support on a daily basis for Mackenzie Community School and the needs of the students throughout all this time. And I think they deserve a round of applause for the Ngedi Trust. Thank you. Furthermore, I think everybody attending today is well aware that providing education, especially primary schooling to our children, is one of the best long-term investments any society can make. But it is an investment, and it requires steady and long-term support. I'm humbled to stand here today with many of these partners, some of them present, some of them not. For example, the International Relief Friendship Foundation, who actually provided the very first building of the Mackenzie Community School, next to the tree at that time. In addition, I would like to mention Pastor Brand and his family, the Temple family, as well as Northrise University, all of which have supported the school over many years with building and equipment needs. Also here today are 2 very special friends of mine, Claire and Bill Pilgner, you see them in the back there with the children, who after spending some time at Mackenzie Community School in 2007, that's 18 years ago already, set up IChange International, That's the name on their green t-shirts. I was not allowed to wear one. I was told I have to be more celebratory. Who set up IChange International, who has ever since provided strategic support, advice, and funding for the school's teaching needs and operating budget. Thank you. Let us now move on to the next and one of the most important ingredients of the development of Mackenzie Community School, in my opinion at least, cooperation. As Mackenzie Community School grew over the years, one critical strategic requirement for the school to be successful was to put structures, resources, and relationships into place to manage the growth. This would have made no sense, nor would it have been possible without the guidance, financial and material support, and the cooperation of the District Education Board Secretary Debs. Please allow me to again extend a special mention to the official delegation from Debs, that hopefully, are they here already, Mika? Yes. They're on their way. They are going to join us later, but I would already like to mention them here and also extend a hearty welcome to them. Thank you. Furthermore, cooperation in any teaching environment ultimately also depends on you who are parents. Presented here today through some of the representatives of the Parent-Teacher Association. The learning that shapes the future of a child does not solely take place in the school setting. Parental support at home for the wisdom and knowledge that is taught in class is of critical importance. Every teacher will surely attest to that. Thank you, parents, for allowing your children this opportunity and for supporting your school for 25 years already. This is truly your day to celebrate. As we can already see from the various characteristics mentioned so far, growing Mackenzie Community School from literally nothing to what it is today takes many things. One more ingredient, I can call it that, is vision. As mentioned earlier, it took courage to start the school. It took steadfastness to continue to support the school. And it really took vision and skill to grow the school into the professional learning environment that it is today. I'm deeply thankful that the two headmasters who supervised and achieved this transition, especially over the last decade, can be here at some point today with us. I would like to extend a truly warm welcome to Mrs. Sharon Chola, our previous headmistress, as well as already met him, our current headmaster, or as I would say, our head mastermind, Brian Ambulumbe. This day is truly a reflection of their vision and persistence, and I think they deserve a round of applause for that. I have good news, I won't talk forever. They asked me to fill the gap until the children come, so hopefully the children are ready because I'm almost at my end here. But I would be remiss if I didn't shine the light on one final aspect, without which truly nothing would have happened to allow us to be here today. No matter how dedicated students we have, how functional the building might be, or how much outside support is available, Mackenzie Community School would not exist in its current form without the commitment of that one final contributor that makes all the difference in education, our teachers. Over the years, Mackenzie Community School has been blessed with an incredibly committed and talented group of teachers who often under challenging conditions have provided excellency in teaching and education, as I would like to say, is visible in the students' academic achievements. The most special thank you among all of us is reserved for our teachers. Please applaud them as well. Thank you. And now I would like to say that in the name of all of us here at IChange, whether they are present or further away, thank you for allowing us to be here with you on this journey, to be here with you to share these thoughts and these feelings with you. Happy anniversary, happy 25th anniversary, Mackenzie Community School. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Trampaya Stevie. Apa sih mas bela? Kadang kita bermalau pada. I think our children are ready. This is the record taking study.